Leicht is the #1 premium German kitchen brand by market share, and it's the #1 European kitchen brand in the US, and that's because of a number of reasons. Quality and innovation, extreme flexibility. Leicht makes it very easy for us as kitchen designers because they almost have unlimited options in modifications, colors, texture. They produce very fast. Their official production time is only 4 to 5 weeks. And their innovation is very rare for a German factory. So right behind us is actually a product that they came up with 2-3 years ago. It's a concrete finish. When it first came out, they thought it'll be a niche. They'll sell a couple kitchens here and there. It took off. It's a big hit, the concrete, and it's hand troweled on. This piece specifically, in my opinion, tells the story of Leicht. So all kitchen cabinet manufacturers, they purchase their hardware from the hardware manufacturers, but Leicht decided to make their own hardware because they want to make it a signature Leicht piece. Just like if you're driving on the highway and you see LED lights, you know it's an Audi behind you. Leicht wanted Leicht kitchen owners to know that it's a Leicht kitchen. When you open and close this, it's unique to Leicht, only Leicht has it. It's called Interior Plus, and for me, this really tells the story of Leicht. They're never afraid to innovate. They're never afraid to come out with new and great product. And you can see it consistently because they win product design awards every year.
So, welcome. My name is Stefan, family name Stefan Wadenmeier. I joined the company Leicht about 20 years ago. So I'm now responsible as the CEO of this company since 2002, which is quite a long time. And within this time, we did a lot of changes. We turned the brand, we turned the image, we turned the product tremendously from originally a typical quality-oriented Swabian kitchen manufacturer. And now, roughly speaking, 20 years later, we have created a modern, timeless, architecture-driven brand, Leicht. You know, company Leicht now is about 91 years old. Founded in 1928 by the two brothers. One is called Alois and the other one is called Joseph. And the family name is now the brand name Leicht. So these two young guys, born 80 kilometers away from here in another city called Ulm. A family that time with about 8 or 9 kids, and these two young boys, they had no opportunity to find any job where they're born. So in the age of about, they've been 20 or 21 years old, they moved away from the hometown. They came to the city, or to the village of Waldstetten, and nobody knows why, but they decided to found here a carpentry and to start to build cabinets. So this was the beginning of the company of Leicht, and this is quite funny. They decided the dimension of the cabinet, which is still today existing. So they said the height of a drawer belt is about 13 centimeters. And the next height for a pull-out is the double, and the next height is a triple of 13. And this dimension is still valid today. In the 70s and the 80s, the company keep on growing, but then it happened in 1975, I think. These two men, Alois and Joseph, they became older, they grew up, and one had about 5 kids and the other one had no kids. So at that time they decided to hand over the company of the brothers of Leicht to a family in the north of Germany, the family called Vella, a leading group for furniture still today. And then we had the 70s and the 80s. We had challenging situations in the 90s when the wall between East and West Germany fell down. A new market, new opportunities for us. There was a good growing period, but then after this growing period, we had some challenges. And as said already, in 2002, I became the CEO. And so me and my team, we started to change the behavior of how we think about the kitchen to the new ideas to create a modern, design-driven brand.
big investment for Leicht, of course, a huge one, and it gives a lot of responsibility and a lot of pressure on us, as we need to boost business for the future. Here on this side, you see on the right-hand side how it will look like when it's completely done. This new factory. It's called factory number 2 of Leicht. I'm working with and for this company now since almost 30 years. I did start my business career at Leicht in October 1990. This is a long time ago. The factory we are going now, the headquarters, this factory has been built up in the 50s, 60s, and step by step, you know, one building next to the other. This is a totally different to this factory here, and you will see also in the factory later on in our company seat. Over there we are manufacturing on two levels, which is much more complex, obviously, as we are limited in space over there. And here we have a lot of space, of course.
So my name is Harold Blessing. I'm the responsible export director of Leicht, which means I'm responsible for all of our sales activities outside of Germany. We saw this morning the new factory we are building up at the moment, and this is also another milestone for Leicht. I think our kitchens are affordable. We are not a luxury product, but of course you can start from a price group 1, which is here, and up to no limit. But the technology behind the door front is always the same.
We produce everything on order, we have nothing on stock, and we do all the dimensions, all the amendments the customers want to have. This is what we can do. A mass manufacturer needs to go always straight for his production to have all this, the scale effects. For us, we can go left and right and left and right. We are sticklers. We try to do it always the best way. We try to improve. We are not satisfied if something is good. We try to do it even better. This is something which is very necessary to deal with kitchens, because a kitchen is a very complex product. So if we send a kitchen to Novosibirsk or to Los Angeles or to Hawaii, to Honolulu, it should be 100% perfect. Otherwise, it's a mess. So, and Leicht and the Germans in general, but Leicht especially, are really good at doing this. So this is why it makes sense to cooperate. If you do the cabinet business for kitchens, I would definitely recommend to go with Germans.